Hey guys, today we're going to compare these two very similar earbuds from Soundpeats. They both have dual drivers, they both have Qualcomm chips and a bunch of other stuff. They even look the same in many ways, but one is a bit more expensive, the H1s. So today I'm going to test their latency, their mic, their sound quality, and compare them and tell you which one is really better value for money. So let's go compare the Soundpeats TrueEngine 3SEs with the Soundpeats H1s. Okay, the first thing I want to mention is the price. When you go online, you'll find the Soundpeats H1s for about $80 US on Amazon.com and a bunch of other sites. Of course, you could find a discount or a deal somewhere, not sure about that. The other ones, the Soundpeats TrueEngine 3SEs go for around $50 US on Amazon.com and a bunch of other sites as well. Also, I have put links to both these products in my description and their affiliate links. So if you do want to buy one of these after this video, okay, so the first thing I'm going to mention is the look and feel. Now these look really similar. Let's talk about the case first. The case looks really similar as well, except of course this has a different two-tone color, which I personally really like, but it is subjective. These are all black, but the material is different. These have a rubbery type of matte type of finish to it, and it's also less glossy. These are glossy plastic, so that's one difference. The rest is pretty much the same. Their lids are both kind of flimsy. I just did a review of these, the 3SEs, right before this video, so you can check that video out for more detail. But even in that video I mentioned the lid is kind of flimsy on both of these, so the weight is about the same as well. I would give them a very close score in this. Personally, I like the two-tone colors. I just think they look a little more premium, but some people might like to feel the texture of the 3SE's case. Now, if we check the earbuds themselves, they both look very similar and they're pretty much the same size, the same mold. They both have this rubbery texture to them, which I really like because it helps you grip them. They don't slip. The only real difference is that this has that gold plate on top where the touch sensor is, and this has a full silver one. Also, the LED small lights on them, this 3SE has a smaller light and the H1s have a slightly bigger one. Personally, I think I might give the score to the 3SEs for this gold plate. It kind of looks more premium, although I really like the H1s as well. As for their fit, in my last video, I said that the 3SEs didn't fit quite as well as the H1s, although they're pretty much identical. Now, to be honest, when I do put them in, and I researched this a little more just to make sure I give you the right information, I think they fit the same. I personally think it was psychological because I really like the H1s. I think they have a lovely fit, but these have an identical shape. Their ear tips are pretty much identical as well, so I would have to give this a tie to both of them. They both have a really good fit in my ears at least. But if these don't fit you too well for some reason, all you have to do is change the ear tips, because these come with a bunch of extra ear tips. One is the Comply ones that are made out of memory foam. They're very comfortable, and also they block out more sound, and also these come with a large and a small silicone tip. These are the mediums. So again, it's a tie for the fit. Okay, as for the features, both of these earbuds these days come with a QCC3040 Qualcomm chip, but the ones I have are slightly an older version, so these come with the QCC3020 chip, the one that was previous to this. So definitely if you can find the latest version of this, it'd be much better. Having said that, despite them having the same chip these days, the H1s still have Bluetooth 5.2 and the 3SEs have Bluetooth 5.0. Otherwise, they both have aptX codec compatibility, which is always great. They're both IPX5 rated for water resistance, and also they both have a USB-C port. So they have a lot of identical features in that respect. But where they do differ is the battery. Yeah, the H1s, the earbuds themselves, have a 10-hour long battery, which is insane. It's actually lovely. I love the battery life on the H1s. And the case gives you an extra 30 hours. So total it makes 40 hours. Now the 3SEs, the earbuds give you 6 hours of battery life, which is almost half of what the H1s give. And also with the case, it's a total of 30 hours. So I would definitely have to give this round to the H1s because the battery life is pretty superior. Now let's do a quick mic test so I can tell you which one has a better mic. This is a sound test of the mic for the Soundpeats TrueEngine 3SE. Right now I'm in a relatively quiet room. How is my voice sounding? Now I'm going to put on a crowd simulation. So this is the sound test of the mic for the TrueEngine 3SE with a sound simulation playing at the back. How is my voice sounding now? Do let me know in the comments below. This is the mic test for the Soundpeats H1. How do you think it sounds? Is the mic clear? Is my sound clear? Now let me put on some crowd noise. This is the mic test of the Soundpeats H1 with some crowd noise behind me. How do you think my voice sounds? Is it clear? Is it muffled? Okay, so we heard the mic test. Now Soundpeats isn't the best company for mics for some reason. Most of their earbuds are really good, but their mics are never the best. So in this case, I found them to be quite similar, except for the Soundpeats 3SEs, the cheaper ones. I think their mic was just a tad bit clearer. Yeah, so I would say they were better. So in the mic department, I would have to give this to the 3SEs because I think they're slightly better. They have a bit of an edge over the H1s. Now let's quickly check out their latency. So let's first see a test. Okay, so we saw the latency test, and personally I think they're both very good in latency, but in normal mode. Yes, you see the H1s have a gaming mode and the 3SEs don't. Having said that, the gaming mode, to be honest, isn't that big of a difference. It's not a drastic change. So I'm not gonna say these outdo the 3SEs by some crazy margin. No, it's kind of small, but since this does have a gaming mode, I'm gonna have to give the edge to the H1s in this category. But having said that, again, both of these are really good in low latency and you can use them easily with YouTube videos or whatever movie you're watching. They're not gonna make you ever feel like the sync is out. So definitely they're both great for latency, but in this category, in this specific test, since this has a gaming mode, the H1s win. Guys, if you like this video so far, definitely hit a like and subscribe, and also join my Facebook group where you can interact with me. The link is in the description. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the most important thing, probably the reason why you're watching this video, the sound quality. Which one sounds better, especially for the price, because that's important as well. Now, I've done a review of the H1s, albeit not in this channel. I will do another one just for this channel. And to be honest, I love these. The H1s sound amazing. I even compared them to the Tribit Flybud C1, which are almost the same price, and these won. I compared them to the Sony XM3s, the WF-1000 XM3s, and these came really close. Although they have a very different sound signature, but the sound quality score was very close to it. So I love these. Having said that, I also reviewed these, and for the value, for the price, these have very good sound quality. Now what's the difference? The real difference is that the H1s have dual hybrid drivers. Yes, these come with a dynamic driver and a Knowles armature driver. The dynamic driver takes care of the low ends, the bass, etc., and the armature driver takes care of the mids and the highs. So that gives this an edge, and to be honest, when I listen to it, I can tell. I love the bass on these, the low end, the punch is great, and it doesn't compromise on clarity. These stay clear, even in the lows, the mids, and the highs. They have exceptional instrument separation, they have very good sound stage, they have a great overall sound signature. And remember, clarity is the name of the game, and these are very clear. You can hear everything pretty well. The separation, as I mentioned, is great. Now these, the 3SEs, they also have a very good punch because they have dual dynamic drivers and they have good bass, just not at the same level as the H1s. Also, the punch is good as well, again, not as heavy as the H1s, and the clarity doesn't match it as well. The mids and highs are very good as well, but again, their clarity isn't as good as the H1s. Both of these have a very high volume threshold, but frankly, when you crank up the 3SEs, their clarity suffers and the H1's clarity doesn't really suffer. So definitely, I have no doubt about it, the H1 sound quality is quite better than the 3SEs according to me. So if I was to score these, I would give this like a 9 out of 10, but I would give these a 7.5. So you can kind of judge that. Now, having said that, these are cheaper, but even if these are cheaper, they're cheaper by like $20, $30. I would still say the sound quality of this is worth it, because the most important thing in earbuds is the sound quality. So I would say, even taking into consideration that these are more expensive, and when we're talking about value for money, I would still say the sound quality of this just justifies it. Also, let me quickly talk about noise cancelling. These don't have active noise cancelling, but they both have very good passive noise cancelling. Their fit is so good that it blocks a lot of external noise out, and also leakage, I'm sure, coming from inside to out. So both of them, to be honest, are equal, and they're a really good option even taking into consideration passive noise cancelling. So it's a tie in this category. Now let me tell you about an issue I had. I had an issue with the 3SEs in the beginning with connectivity, pairing. It wouldn't automatically pair. But to be honest, that only happened 5 to 10% of the times, and that too in the beginning, and it didn't happen again. But I have a friend who had the 3SEs who had a huge problem that these somehow started pairing separately. The right one, the left one wouldn't pair together. So that's something that actually happened to me in the H1s once or twice. But that's because I pressed them for very long trying to unpair them with the device, and they turned off. And when I turned them on again, what happened was that they would pair separately. The right earbud had a different name on my Bluetooth device, and the left one had a different name. But all I had to do was reset it by keeping these pressed for like 10 seconds or something together in the case. And it didn't happen again. The 3SEs seemed to give me more trouble, although that exact problem didn't happen with these, but that exact problem did happen with my friend who has these. So I think it's important to mention that, but I'm not going to give a point to the 3SEs or the H1 in this because I'm not sure this will happen with you, and also it's not something that's bothering me now. It's not consistent and it hasn't happened again. So as for the conclusion, I think you can guess by now what I'm going to go for. Even considering that the H1s are more expensive, I would declare these the king. I would buy these even when value for money is concerned, because just for the exceptional sound quality these give, and considering that they're also relatively a budget pair. If you compare them to the Sonys and the Momentums and the Bose, etc., these give exceptional sound quality for just like 80 bucks. So I would say this has great battery life. It has great sound quality. I think they even fit better. It could be psychological. But overall, I just think it's a superb package. And even if you're out for a budget earbud, if you just don't have $80 and you have 50, fine, go with these. They're not bad. They're actually really good. I gave these a very positive review in my last video. So definitely, I would say these are good enough for 50 bucks. But if you have those 20, 30 extra dollars, go for the H1s. You won't regret it. I love these. And if you want to buy these, guys, I put in links in my description. They're affiliate links that will help me support this channel. As you can see, I just started it. It's a very new channel, so definitely consider going through those. I hope this video was useful to you. I hope you liked it. If you did, definitely hit a like, think about subscribing, and till our next video, take care. Bye.